So I guess it's just as good moment as any to start streaming, really. And it'll be Moon against Focus. Ta-da! No, my phone is completely wrong. My phone, my microphone, for hell's sake. Anyway, hello, and it'll be Laby Cup. I don't know nada about Laby Cup. Laby Cup, Warcraft 3. A Lobby Cup, online Korean Warcraft 3 tournament organized by Labyrinth, who may have freaking guessed. And it hosted 6 players, and I have absolutely no idea about what it was about, who won, who was a complete loser there. Everyone was a loser. Nobody was a winner. When you're playing Tier 3 tournament, when everyone was a winner, really, because it's just such a cozy atmosphere. It's just a few players having a nice time, nothing else. Oh, for hell's sake! Stop dying on me, my throat, my little potato throat. So, what this game is gonna be about? It'll be Moon against Focus, and it'll be likely just one map. So it's BO1 until the finals, I guess, or something like that. Anyway, it's loud. It's so freaking loud. Warcraft 3, Moon against Focus. Moon, of course, is a Night Elf, Focus, of course, is an Orc, and it's Turtle Rock. It's Turtle Rock version 1.6. I don't really know if it's this Turtle Rock version 2, which is so different from original Turtle Rock, or if there is another version 2 of Turtle Rock, which is different from both original and 1.6. I simply have absolutely no idea. Anyway, let's freaking watch it in the end. It should be... It should be... What? Why? Oh, he got a proxy shop. I thought, why there is a red spot next to the little turtle camp at the bottom? It's just a proxy shop. It's completely fine. It will be, of course, Blade Master, and it will be what else? It will be a few grounds, maybe one ground before tier 2, and Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter right now got himself an item. It's a Ring of Superiority, which is of course awesome. And okay, Blade decided to go straight for the blue ogre. Yeah, that was a little bit risky, I would say. And now he's getting back. He's getting to his yellow camp. He should have something from his proxy shop. Otherwise, what's the point? What was the idea behind this proxy shop? This Demon Hunter should not fight this ground. He will not get anything from it. Blade Master got himself a circlet from the shop, of course. Blade Master got himself a ring of protection from creeps, and of course he got dust. And right now Focus is in quite a good place. Yes, Demon Hunter was able to creep this small camp, but he lacks items. He lacks items greatly, and yes, he'll get tier 2 rechargeable, non-rechargeable item from this ogre. Oh, he's... Why are you so adamant in fighting against this shop? Orc is not even there. You're not contesting anything, and if anything, you'll get wrecked by Blade Master getting out of his windwalk. Meanwhile, Blade Master should just find something to grip. No, he decided to get back. I don't understand Focus on that. He likely wants just a few healing salves. He wants something in general. Moon should not be able to... Yes, Focus should not be able to kill this Wisp, because if Wisps starts to get away from you the moment you hit them, then you should have quite a clear idea that Wisp will detonate. That there is a person who is having... who assumed direct control of this Wisp. So, Demon Hunter is level 2 finally. He got himself gloves. Gloves, not perfect, but ring is quite nice. And Orc got himself a ring of protection. He sells it along with gloves of strength, and buys himself a second circlet. Focus wants to dominate Demon Hunter, but he will not be able to because Demon Hunter as he is now will absolutely fight mano a mano against Blade Master at any given second with this. And yes, you can kill a few archers, but ultimately you do not achieve anything, and Night Elf will get to his tier 2, it's not even that slow tier 2, you were unable to kill anything but 2 wisps and they both detonated, or was it just 1 wisp? Yeah, likely just 1 wisp. And it's a Beastmaster, for hell's sake! What? It's a good old cancel the buildings. Yet it's a Beastmaster without talents, and without talents, Beastmaster is very vulnerable against Orc. You want to have Blademaster cycled constantly, otherwise a Beastmaster will just die. Okay, Bestiary went down. That's all what that is all what Moon ever wanted. So this Beastmaster right now sort of paid off, but in general, Focus was able to start the second bestiary a bit before his initial bestiary went down, so it's not like Moon won for himself additional 60 seconds without raiders, it's just about 30 seconds or so. Shadowhunter starts creeping, Shadowhunter goes straight for Serpent Wards, which is a little bit ambitious to be honest. I hope he'll be fine. As Demon Hunter alone will not be able to create a significant threat, especially since it's not an immolation Demon Hunter, it's just a Demon Hunter with a mana burn innovation from the start. And why are you playing Dryads with Beastmaster? That's a secret to me, because yes, Beastmaster is not the quickest hero, Beastmaster is not the sturdiest hero. He is quite fat, but Blademaster will be able to get through him. In the end, Beastmaster will just die, and of course, summons will die to Spirit Walkers. Maybe not quick enough, because of course, both Quillbowers and Hawks are very hard to dispel in masses. I mean, you can dispel a single Quillboar, you can dispel a Hawk, of course, there is no doubt about it, but you can also spread your summons, they are all ranged, you can avoid getting disenchanted all at once. Uh, so, to archers, very greedy Dryad build. I completely approve of it. It's a greed that Moon needs, and Focus got himself a Dryad. That's a relatively free Dryad, but he got it in exchange for a large consumable from these turtles. Of course, Night Elf got the best chances on Turtle Rock against anything due to the fact that he is absolutely not afraid of these turtles. I mean, it's not such a terribly large advantage, but the fact that all your units are ranged, that you do not get splashed when the turtle bites you. Splashed with what? Likely her saliva or something, or just oh, the larger turtles just do have such a huge heads that you get splashed with a bite. Yeah, she munches on 3 units at once. And does Moon really try to take the red camp? No, it's likely not so. And he decides a direct attack. That also I completely approve. Of course, Moon knows how to play Dryads against an Orc. Of course, Moon knows that he has to be aggressive if he goes for 6 Dryads. And it's 7th, by the way. And just a Dryad died. Because yes, direct attacks are awesome, but you want to find Orc in the field. You don't want to fight under his shop, and when you can do anything about Serpent Wards, and Serpent Wards are level 2, which is a huge advantage for Focus. So you want to find Orc in the field, or you want to just creep the middle. Not getting away from the middle, not getting to the sides, just take everything in the middle, get all the large healing potions, all the large mana potions. And he absolutely knows that his Beastmaster, that his heroes in general are very susceptible to damage. Will he go Tinker, really? Will he go Mass Dryads with Beastmaster and Tinker? Nah, I doubt it. I heavily freaking doubt it. Especially since he doesn't even have tier 3 yet, and he will not for a while, I guess. Yes, yes. He will not have tier 3 for a while. Meanwhile, Focus is in a good place. He got himself a Ring of Regeneration, but of course Moon will get all the consumables on this map. Right now, these consumables may be better. That's a large invul potion. Nothing can be better than large invul potion against an orc, because large healing potion will just save you for a while, and large invul potion will make you completely invulnerable to nets for freaking 15 seconds. Okay, the Hawk is out. The Hawk is out and not down yet, although he will go down quite soon. And Beastmaster is very low on mana, and I doubt he will just use large mana potion for normal recharge. He will go back to base. Someone should buy something, likely a staff on the moon's side. I would like to see a staff on the moon's side. He's going pure Dryads, so many Dryads. Right now he can beat Focus in the field with this. That would be very easy for Moon. And Focus doesn't have... Oh, Focus doesn't have a TP. Focus got only a scroll of speed, and that should not be enough. One Dryad goes down. Yes, wards are helping. Wards are helping very largely. Shadowhunter is level 4, Blade Master is level 3, that's Healing Wave level 2 for you, but no, it shouldn't be enough. Come on, all the raiders should eventually die, Demon Hunter is in trouble, Demon Hunter will not TP out, Beastmaster should TP out right now. Okay, if Demon Hunter TP'd out, that would be an advantage for Moon. Moon would be ahead, and right now, no. With Demon Hunter dead, he will just lose half of his army, maybe his whole army. Yeah, he finally decides to TP out, but he should have TP'd out, like, instantly. But no, that was a crit from Blademaster, something that eventually happens. So it's 1-0 for Focus against Moon. And the second map is Tidehunters. Tidehunters, they are nobody's map really, and this version 1.2, so it's likely a bit different, and it looks a bit different. Where are you? What? No, laboratory is still in place, but it looks a little bit different. It feels a little bit different. Is it the same Tidehunt? Yeah, it's likely the same Tidehunters. For hell's sake, I'm hallucinating, that's completely normal. I can hallucinate for a while, and nothing will really change this fact. Do I have static on my stream? No, it's just my voice. That was a little bit self-punishing. No, so is it static? No, it's just my voice. For hell's sake. So Moon is scouting with a wisp. He wants to know what if it'll be normal grants into tier 2, likely, and what Blademaster will do. Does he want to get ambitious? Yes, he does want to get ambitious. I mean, I was a little bit curious why the hell Moon is scouting with his wisps. That takes quite a lot of resources, and that was a very blatant wisp scout, which went straight towards the York base. Usually you let this wisp scout gather at least some resources, so you stop a little bit away from the Nork's base and relative safety. But no, it didn't happen. So it'll be attack on one grunt, and Demon Hunter goes right into the focus peon line, and none of these peons will die, but at the same time, none of these peons will gather lumber for a little while. And right now, Focus is in a little bit of trouble because he got a proxy shop. Okay, he got a very good proxy shop. So he will be able to salve himself up back to health, and then he'll be able to counter this attack. There should be swaps from healthy peons into damaged peons, and worker line should be still there. No. Okay. You really don't want to put all the damaged peons into lumber because they are a little bit more vulnerable than peons that circle the gold line, the gold mine. Yeah, gold line. It's almost mineral line, but since it's about gold, it's a gold line. That's an interesting combo conjunction of mineral line and gold mine. Anyway, they both are creeping. They both are creeping green spots. Right now, Focus is a little bit ahead because yes, Moon was able to cancel his gold mining for a little while, but that was not enough. I doubt that was enough. That was about 100, maybe 150 gold, so it was likely two-thirds of the grant for all the HP and mana that Demon Hunter had and all the time that Demon Hunter had. And there is a Blade Master to steal his creeps. And there is an Archer that... Yep, Blade Master got himself level 2 from level 2 creep. It's completely worth it to steal level 2 Murlocs. Any creep is worth stealing. Absolutely any creep, even level 1 Murloc. So, and right now Moon should feel himself a little bit lost on this map because there is a Blade Master level 2 with once of mana stealing, so he will always have enough mana for Moonwalk, exactly, for Windwalk, and it's a little bit dangerous to do absolutely anything on this map. Will you just try to cancel the gold mine? No, that would be a terrible idea. Will you, though? Of course you want to be aggressive, of course you want to attack the gold mine, of course you want to try to switch to Wisps the very second Wisps are out, and eventually you'll be able to kill quite a few Wisps there. But right now Night Elf is canceling your tier 2 buildings, and right now he should just be TPing away, because Shadow Hunter will get out quite soon, and this borrow is not worth it. It's not worth all the wisps that you may lose. Of course, you know where wisps will be pulled out from the gold mine. Will it go down, really? No, Moon is trying to mitigate his losses, but right now a little bit too many wisps died. Blade Master is stealing mana just to prevent this Demon Hunter from immolating. Everything grants are in trouble. Demon Hunter is level 3, and right now it's a good moment to get out for focus. Get out at all costs. You really have killed enough. You paid for these grants. If you lose additional grant, it wouldn't matter so much. If you lose two, that would be a little bit more painful, but you should manage. Yeah, right now, how many wisps? Oh, only 3 wisps. And also something, an archer, I guess. So that also counts. And at the same time, it's the daytime. And night owls, moonwells are completely dry. Yeah, it's just 2 grants, 2 charges of Wand of Mana stealing, 2 grants are still alive. That's acceptable. That's very, very acceptable, taking into account how much time Night Elf wasn't mining, how much effort Night Elf took in saving his wisps, how much effort Night Elf took in switching his wisps from lumber, and it's also lost lumber mining, although his lumber looks fine, but he needs to... What? Does he need anything? No. Did he make too many wisps? Yeah, quite likely. He likely produced additional wisps, that's why he isn't lacking. And he goes into tier 3. That's good. Blade Master is out. Blade Master is trying to deal damage, but there is nothing he can do about his dryads. Not right now, not even a little bit later. I guess an exchange was a little bit more even than I thought in the end, because Moon right now is not in a terrible position. Shadowhunter is 1.8. Shadowhunter is getting towards his level 2. There is There is a crystal ball for a night elf. The only time when you want crystal ball, I mean, it's not terrible, it's just not a perfect item at all. So you've got 5 dryads, you've got 2 archers, and you should get aggressive. You should get aggressive about right now, and yes, Moon. Moon will creep the bigger spots on the map. He knows he can do it, except for, of course, Granite Golem, because Granite Golem doesn't care about dryads, and dryads care about Granite Golems very, very much. Orc decides to creep his laboratory. Orc is completely allowed to creep here. He will get his level 3 on Shadow Hunter eventually, level 3 on Blade Master eventually. Both level 3 on Shadow Hunter and Blade Master mean quite a lot. And at the same time, Night Elf is getting his level 4 on Demon Hunter, which is not bad. Level 2 mana burn is quite nice against Shadow Hunter. It prevents him from using healing waves, but at the same time, it's not as good as Shadow Hunter getting to 3. So, what is he gonna do? Focus is going for Berserker Strength for 3 grunts. That's acceptable. I mean, I thought it was just 2 grunts, or maybe even 1 grunt. No, it was 2. But he made additional 1, so it's 3 grunts. Berserker Strength on 3 grunts is pretty much worth it. And of course, all additional grunts you may make. So, Focus is going for an expansion. That's an interesting decision. I mean, you may want to go for an expansion as an orc against... oh, no, he just went for a proxy shop. He wanted a proxy shop. He's a little bit low on resources. And he needs something to fight against these many dryads. He can't just take them straight out, face-to-face, mano-a-mano. No, my friend, I just told you can't do it, and you're doing it, and you shouldn't. You shouldn't be able to. Please, Demon Hunter, do not die again. The moment he died, although it's just an Ankh, he'll get up, he'll find himself a few targets. I believe chasing this Coda Beast was quite a huge mistake by him. Although he's still trading quite nicely, he's not trading bad at all. Yes, he lost quite a few units, but again, every single time Orc loses about the same number of units Orc loses economically in this game. So the fact that how many Dryads died? 3 and 1 Archer. So how many Raiders died? 3 and 1 Grunt. Of course, that was a beneficial trade for Moon, if we don't take an Ankh into an account, but we should. So it was more or less equal. And of course, Focus got himself an expansion, which he wants to defend. He decided to go for an expo in the end. It was not just a proxy shop to remake a shop. No, it was something more than just a voodoo launch. And Shadowhunter should use his clarity about now. I mean, you've got clarity in your inventory, you are not at full mana, you're not losing it, what the hell are you thinking about? Finally he did it, that was a little bit late. I mean, that was very late, but still. And Moon right now knows about this expansion, and he wants to get through this expansion, and he should make not more bears, but more dryads. He got 2 bears, and that's more or less enough. Yes, the more bears you have, the less vulnerable you are to Kodas. But at the same time, the more dryads you have, the easier you kill the said Kodas. The said Kodas, yes. And Demon Hunter again is right inside the fight. And right now, he doesn't really have anything to save his life. Except for this potion of invulnerability, and the potion is off. And Demon Hunter is also off. No? No. But yes, actually. Yeah, it's no, but it's actually yes. Okay, Demon Hunter is down. Orc lost quite a few units. Orc lost quite a good chunk of his army, mostly due to the fact that sacrificial Demon Hunters with immolation can be absolutely devastating. Of course, Night Elf will win in the field in this fight. Maybe Shadowhunter will also go down, although he got the Invul Potion, so no, he shouldn't. And Focus should just buy as many healing items as he only can. No? Okay, it's GG. Losing a Demon Hunter was of course not a devastating blow, that was painful, but in the end Dryads and Bears win in these fights. So it was 1-1, where is the game number 3? They are not really playing BO5, they are playing BO2. I mean, yes, it's BO2, it's exactly BO2. Okay. So, what's next? What should we watch next? Moon against Focus, Labyrinth against Moon, against Focus, what? Is it just some... I will not even think about it. Cheap viewers, go down in hell. Labyrinth against Soin, that can be quite interesting. Labyrinth against Soin, 5-6 I guess means places 5 and 6. Was it? Yeah, quite likely. So I should also turn off my browser. So I don't, I mean, turn off the feed from my chat on my screen so I don't see whatever you can tell me. Whatever all these bots want to type about all the cheap viewers they offer. Laby, Rin against Soin. Because Soin is a good orc. Labyrinth is quite a good undead, to be honest. Yes, he is not as good as 120 and Happy right now, although we've got certain questions to Happy. Why is he throwing so hard in the last few games? But he's still quite good, and Soin is also not really a perfect undead, so... yes, he's certainly not a perfect undead for his orc. So we can hope for something interesting, and let's just watch the freaking Labyrinth against Soin. Yeah, stop talking, start watching. Springtime version 1.3, that's certainly an on-that's map. Orc got very little chances on Springtime. I guess that it was Labyrinth pick. He likes Springtime, he knows how to play on Springtime. It's not really hard to play on a Springtime when you're an undead. And I guess against an Orc, you can go fast exp, especially on Springtime. It's an easy and very defensible exp. At the same time, you can also get aggressive. You can even go for an expo on the mid camp, on the central gold mine, as another, because you'll get creep, you'll get Nerubian tower, Orc will have extremely hard time pushing through, especially if Orc starts with a Farseer. Yeah, it's a creep lord. Okay, that's an expansion. Let's just skip a few moments until Farseer will be out. So, that's a quick expo with Creep Lord, with Beetles against a Farseer with Wolves. I guess Soin should be aggressive. Soin can't allow this expo to be crept for completely free. Uh, yes, it will be crept for completely free, to be honest. He will try. He will try to stop it, but I doubt he will achieve any luck with it. And Labyrinth sells his altar, of course. He is upgrading his Nerubian tower on his main already. That's a good decision. That's a perfect decision against Farseer with Wolves. Although this Ziggurat will fall. And it's not a cancel. It's not a cancel. Mayday, mayday. It's not a cancel. I mean, really, it's so terrible that it was not a cancel. That's a lot of lost resources. Yeah, Farseer trying to be aggressive. He's quite successful in it, and these headhunters will not do much, but the wolves will do. The wolves will be the pain in the ass, and another ziggurat was cancelled, which also is a complete success on his side. And yes, this hunter, yes, this headhunter just runs away. Labyrinth didn't expect Farseer. No, I think he should have. And right now, you should really try to be more aggressive against a Farseer. But the problem is that this level 5 Wendigo is still alive, and that is a little bit more of a problem than anything else for Labyrinth right now. Because he didn't get an item, he didn't get enough experience, and right now there are 3 headhunters, although 2 headhunters already. That was a bad mistake by Soin, losing a headhunter, and he'll lose the second one because Wendigo doesn't forgive anyone, neither friends nor foes. Finally, the ziggurat is up. Another headhunter will fall down, and even though this Nerubian, this creep lord will fall, he should fall. He really should fall. He is at 10 HP. He is at 6, at 7. Okay, he should not fall. He should be completely fine, and so in controlling his wolves, although, of course, Labyrinth is controlling his Nerubian tower in such way that it slows down both wolves. So this creep lord is out of any dungeon really. And he got himself in the end the level 5 creep, and he got an item which is Ring of Protection +5, which he absolutely adores. Oh, these are just claws of key. Of course, this expansion drops claws and not tier 3 items. So, oh, that's a Fire Lord from Soin. That's an interesting decision. That's not bad. That's very acceptable, but at the same time, you basically locked at about 15-minute mark, because at 15-minute mark, you just die. You can just fall and die because Undead will have his destroyers out, and both wolves and fire beasts will be completely useless, and you will lose the game. He goes for raiders. That's very acceptable. That's very understandable. He wants to be aggressive. He wants to apply pressure, including applying pressure to buildings, but he loses so many headhunters, and he doesn't kill so many ghouls. Labyrinth is playing quite well. I mean, that's a surprisingly good micro from him. That's a very good micro from him. At least he knows his surrounds. He knows how to surround perfectly well. There are a lot of fire beasts, and that's one of the benefits of Fire Lord early on. Because against an expansion, you really can't avoid fights. You really can't have equal fights as an undead. And so in the end, fire beasts deal damage, and then deal damage again, and then deal damage again, and then they get enough hits on your ghouls, and another ghoul goes down, and another ghoul goes down, and another ghoul goes down, and suddenly there are 4 fire beasts already. But since one of them was unable to split for quite a little while, and one of them was destroyed while it was splitting, in the end, Labyrinth was able to defend his expansion, and Soin will lose this game. Because, yes, that looks like a loss, that sounds like a loss, that feels like a loss to me. Yes, Labyrinth is trying to establish a necropolis. That's an interesting decision against Mass Raiders. He should know about Mass Raiders, really. And there are 2 on the field already. You need at least 4 to make your attack more or less meaningful. You got absolutely nothing on your heroes except for 1 clarity and 1 stack of your healing salves, and that's all. And of course, Crypt Lord is level 3 already. I likely would go for an Impale here. I mean, yes, beetles are not bad. Beetles are awesome against raiders. Beetles are awesome in general just because they are beetles. But mm, Impale level 2 gives you so many opportunities at dealing with a few units by just surrounding them. Okay, this spirit tower should go down, of course, with this pillager gets additional gold. Yes, you still get some kills with Impale level 1, of course. And this raider should go down, and he will go down, and this raider should just use as many webs as they can, because Orc got quite a good fighting light. And Crypt Lord is out of mana, but tier 2 is almost ready for Labyrinth. And he will have statues, and he will likely switch to quite a few fiends, because yes, you don't have enough of anything, and of course the biggest thing he will have his Death Knight. Right now he's losing a lot of ghouls. Yes, he got 6, he got an unending production of ghouls. I would even make the second barracks in his place. He got enough gold to support it. He got another spirit tower ready, and raiders are not enough. And Orc decides to attack the main base, thinking that there may be less defenses, and he is completely right. Okay, Labyrinth got himself Wand of Negation. Instantly! He learned his lessons. I mean, that was 120 who was very, very scrungy, very, not scrungy, greedy, and decided not to get Wands of Negation against human on multiple occasions. Oh hell, that's a lot of that's a lot of skeletons, and these raiders will go down instantly. Yeah, but right now, Labyrinth just goes for Wand of Negation, and Orc got no chances. Orc had no chances in this game for quite a while, to be honest. Uh, Crypt Lord is level 4, that's your Impale level 2, that's quite a good chunk of damage and quite a good stun. And this wolves should be dispelled, and I mean, he saves these ones for fire beasts, for lava spawns, but you can use them on wolves. To get rid of wolves, you've got two tombs. You don't need to be very conservative with your ones. You don't need to conserve charges for lava beasts especially. Hell no, you can dispel every single wolf in the game and you'll still have enough. Okay, this code beast ate a ghoul, but he doesn't really have that many units. He doesn't have... Labyrinth got not enough money and not enough production, but at the same time, okay. Orc doesn't have army. Orc doesn't have HP on his raiders, Orc doesn't have proxy shop, Orc doesn't have anything of the kind. So it's quite likely that my prediction still stands and I will not be corrected. After quite a few, maybe 5 more minutes, Orc will lose. Yes, these raiders will, this pillage, they deal a good damage, they earn good money, and Labyrinth has to resort on his healing potions and mana potions and whatnot, but at the same time that shouldn't be enough. Finally, Orcish heroes are level 3, this poor headhunter should live. Yeah, he went away. Orc is making his own tier 3 in hopes of making a tiny. That's very understandable, very acceptable. I mean, he can try to kill something else. Right now, he's just taking the ghouls that come to the front lines. But I certainly wouldn't be that brave with raiders. Raiders may fall. Labyrinth is finally making 2 more crypts because production from just 1 crypt doesn't suffice, and he got gold but not much else. Really, will Orc be able to win here? Come on, Labyrinth. Do not be stingy. Yeah, I recall the word. Do not be stingy with your wands of negation, although Orc doesn't really summon anything. He buys his second TP scroll, and he of course should save his Creep Lord with Death Knight. And yes, tier 3, main goes down. Destroyer upgrade didn't start. Oh, he had enough time to start a Destroyer upgrade. That would save him. That would absolutely save him, but it didn't start, so he lost. Okay, right now Orc will buy a Tiny. Right now Orc will certainly buy a Tiny. Drums upgrade is, of course, mandatory. Yes, he buys a Tiny, he goes for his own expansion. Of course, the fact that Undead lost his tier 3 is very painful, but he's making his tier 2 on his expo. Yes, of course, there is no doubt about it, that should have been done. I mean, you can even make your tier 2 on your expo when your tier 3 still stands. It matters. It will shoot at enemies. It costs a lot, of course, but it gives you a lot of additional safety when you're afraid that you will lose your tier 3. Because with tier 2 you can switch to tier 3 quite quickly. And Or got his Tiny, and right now he should switch into Headhunters, I believe, into Berserkers. Although that's questionable. Right now he just goes for Spirit Walkers, and I completely understand him, and he goes for defense on his burrows, and he'll likely even pull a few peons in his next attack, because right now Undead should be vulnerable, at least in his opinion. And of course he doesn't need all these raiders. He's going for the Berserkers. That was quite a good change, quite an obvious change from raiders. I mean, switch. And Undead will just creep. Will creep everything he can and everything he cannot to get level 3 at his Death Knight, because Crypt Lord having full HP constantly is the thing that can make him alive. Is the thing that will save him this game. But at least one of these scripts should go down. No? Like, right now, this script should go down? No? Okay. And Orc should go for a proxy shop. The proxy shop is long time due. You want a proxy shop when you're playing an Orc against such turtling undead. This Berserker, of course, is as good as that. There will be an Impale, which doesn't hit this Berserker, for hell's sake, Labyrinth. Why did you decide to make an Impale? I mean, he hit so many units with it, but he didn't get anything from it. Although, if he actually attacked the Berserker, that Berserker would be dead. And there will be more Impales, and right now, his only problem is that he doesn't really have any good fighting army against what Orc has, so yes, he can spam Impales, he can deal a lot of damage with these Impales. Orc should really try to buy himself a healing scroll, although there are no healing scrolls in the shop, and that's the main reason why there is not one in an Orcish army. But Labyrinth doesn't have enough units, and he should lose a lot of units. He should lose a lot of ghouls, like 2, 3 ghouls. That was a very strange coil. Death Knight likely misclicked. He wanted to kill the Berserker with his last coil, but it didn't happen. He just attacked Firelord. Dealt quite a good chunk of damage. Yes, 66 damage to be precise. But Firelord, but for the Firelord, it was more of an insult than anything. Nobody really should push for the control of the central expansion right now. Finally, Death Knight is level 3. He got 3 statues. He is well prepared to switch into destroyers. The only problem is that he doesn't have anything to do so. And Crypt Lord got himself a pendant of mana, pendant of energy, but right now he doesn't have enough energy, and likely no mana potion in the shop. so in the end he has to be passive. Orc lost more, Orc lost, what, 2 raiders, and Undead lost just a fiend there in this fight. Will Orc be able to destroy the second tier 3? That would be completely brutal. Again, that's just one impale. He got no impales any longer. Do not... Okay, Orc decided to give up. Orc decides to attack the... Orc decides to attack the Crypt Lord. Orc decides to attack Fiends. One Gargoyle should go down, who is of course Wyvern. And additional raiders go down, and that all looks quite grim for an orc for a little while, but he's making more wyverns, he's making more Coda Beasts, he should be making at least 2 more Coda Beasts if you want to go to 80. And hell, Crypt Lord is spamming. Crypt Lord is spamming impales as if there was no tomorrow, and there is really no tomorrow. There is one destroyer, but 2 statues are going down. There is Lich to provide additional focus. Firelord should think about switching into Soulburn eventually. Maybe not right now. He got Vampiric, but what good is Vampiric right now when your whole army is ranged? And Orc just started poison on Wyverns. He lost a Wyvern. He lost quite a few units, and it's a good chunk of experience for an undead. I certainly would try to creep his own marketplace. Uh, Maybe he'll be able to find something, not your green camp. Please go for the marketplace, it's so much more valuable. Yes, you're a little bit afraid, yes, you want your units to heal, but marketplace can provide you with good items. And what you want right now is good items. And he's going for Oran. That's an interesting decision. That's a large, proper, powerful Toran, and his Farseer will fall. No, okay. No, Farseer will live. There is an additional impale. This raider is doomed. This Spirit Walker may get out eventually. Lich is level 2. Yes, impales are powerful. Impales are good. Impales deal a lot of damage, and when you've got unlimited resources, when you've got your statues, when you've got potions of mana because you've got your expansion, you can use a lot of impales. At the same time, since Soin got his fortifications ready, I was a little bit puzzled for quite a while why he doesn't even try to establish a few towers next to an undead expansion. That would work. That would certainly provide him with a certain advantage. And right now, Labyrinth is also going towards his 80. Okay, level 3 wolves. Level 3 wolves is a separate deal. They do not die to destroyers that quickly. Of course, they offer you a lot of usability. And right now, Orc still got 2 raiders. So he will kill this tier 3 very, very quickly. Raiders deal a ton of damage, and Torrents also deal quite a good damage, and yes, finally Labyrinth was able to understand it, that he is not able to trade well in this scenario. Yes, he'll be able to cancel the mining, which of course Soin didn't do, but at the same time with pillage, Soin got himself quite a good chunk of money. Killing this necropolis is more or less worthless. And Soin right now losing his Coda Beasts, killing the second destroyer in the row. That's good. And another destroyer should fall. Oh no, this destroyer was healed up and he was fine. But yet another destroyer should fall. And this pretty beetle is level 6 and there should be a Crypt Swarm. He goes for level 3 beetles? That's a questionable decision. You will get your... Really, you will get your mana. You will get your mana in just a while when you're... When you will just... and you will just buy a mana potion. Yet you decided to ignore it? You decided to ignore your ultimate? That's questionable. Anyway, Soin lost anyway, because that's springtime, that's Orc against an Undead, and that's a level 6 Creep Lord who can deal with your whole army just because he got unlimited mana, and impales are so damn good. And you, of course, can't kill level 6 Creep Lord, except if you've got if you've got a Blade Master. Although, of course, level 5 Fire Lord is also quite a beast, although he's way more squishier beast. Way more squishy beast. He can just get wrecked by Coil Nova, and Coil Nova is on the horizon. I mean, Coil Nova against Fire Lord is a questionable decision in the end, to be honest, but still. So, how the Soin will deal with this game? The answer is likely he will lose. He will type Alt plus QQ, and he will go into the next game, and that's springtime against an orc for you. No, he's trying, but the problem is that his gold mine is not working right now. His expansion, and of course the main is already out of any resources. For hell's sake, what's wrong with me? Why am I trying to die? Okay, it was just BO1. What format is this cup even in? So, Labyrinth against Soin. Chaemiko against Focus. Chaemiko is playing, for hell's sake. Really? That's good. Chaemiko, I want to watch Chaemiko's games. I haven't seen him for so long. And he's not a bad player at all. Labyrinth is Soin. Chaemiko, yes, Focus. And I should rename this stream as well. Chaemiko against Focus. Yep. So it should be BO2. Maybe it's BO1. We'll see. Focus against Chaemiko. Chaemiko haven't played for quite a while, and he starts on a low note. He starts with power rifles. On Autumn Leaves, it's completely understandable, although it's not perfect on Autumn Leaves. It's by all means not perfect, because power rifles can't really prevent an orc from having a very aggressive proxy shop. Can't really prevent an orc from creeping a lot of green camps on Autumn Leaves early on. And I don't think that Chaemiko got such a good micro that he will absolutely obliterate Farseer just with his micro. That he will kite with rifles perfectly. Farseer should go, Farseer should go, Farseer should attack already. Yes, of course. That is what should be done, and Farseer got himself claws. That's an instant claws, and a human will not be able to kill this troll berserker in time. And right now he comes, and he will be killing it, but his militia is suffering already. Kill them! Okay, both item militia died. That was just one militia. It doesn't matter too much. And it was a holy light onto a militia, which is also suboptimal but acceptable. Come on, focus, control control your units better. I said completely understanding that he is right now controlling both wolves and the farseer separately. And yes, it's already a little bit hard on your brain. But no, you should also have perfect last hits. Okay, he lost a wolf? Did he lose a wolf? No, quite unlikely, so maybe? Yes, I understand that human absolutely wants his level 2, human is longing for level 2, human craves his level 2 on a paladin, but it should not happen. It should not happen, you should eat absolutely anything. And by absolutely anything, I mean a farm. But Chaemiko is doing a smart thing. He's saving his farms. Usually you use farms to block the attacks, but Orc can actually find your farms and focus them and get some benefit out of it. Save the wolf, save the wolf, save the second wolf, or resummon. That also works. No, you lost the wolf. There are peasants, there is militia, and one headhunter may be in trouble, but he should leave at the same time. These two riflemen should leave as well. Maybe they are not the happiest riflemen in the world, but they will leave. And Focus should go for his troll regeneration, I believe. That's a good idea right here. And Chaemiko went for his early shot, which is acceptable and understandable, but at the same time he will luck a rifle for it and for his Arcane Tower, and that should give Focus certain advantage. And Naga is out. That's the biggest thing. Naga is out, so there should be absolutely no aggression for Chaemiko. At the same time, he will be able to get his green camp because Focus decides to get an expansion of Chaemiko. And I still don't see a proxy shop on the Focus side. Please make a proxy shop, it's worth it. I absolutely assure you it's worth it. Oh, especially on a map like Echo Isles. No, it's Autumn Leaves, which is almost Echo Isles, but completely different. Because, yes, you get... please kill the blacksmith, not barracks. Thank you. Yeah, because you get so much utility out of this Voodoo Launch. Your heroes can harass for so much longer, your heroes can be aggressive for so much longer. And of course you will not be able to destroy this blacksmith, but you may kill a few peasants that come to fix it. Chaemiko is a little bit too afraid of fighting. He needs to pull militia. I mean, I was talking about not destroying this blacksmith, but right now there is a chance for an orc to do so. Not the highest chance, but the very real one. And these rifles are alive. Chaemiko is controlling quite well, by the way. He was able to even deny his rifle. There is no production from these two what? Tauren totems whatsoever right now, and Focus is trying to continue dealing damage to Blacksmith, and he's doing it quite successfully. Who may have guessed? Um, Blood Mage is not out yet. Kill the militia, kill the first militia that comes towards you, and the second one. Do not be so afraid, my dear friend. The darkness will not consume you, for you are the darkness. I mean, the greenness will not consume you, for you are the green. For you are the green one. Anyway, Chaemiko is making his backpack. He wants Scroll of Regeneration and a Clarity, I believe. But his Blood Mage is out. What for? You can take your Clarity and your Regeneration Scroll with your Blood Mage and not feel any pressure whatsoever on making a backpack. I don't know. He just decided to do so. And right now, what Naga wants is level 2, what Farseer wants is level 3 and Chain Lightning level 2. But at the same time, you want to be aggressive since Paladin is only level 2 and Blood Mage is only level 1. And what it means is that Holy Light is very weak, and creeping costs actually something to a human. You want to prevent humans from creeping at this point in game. If you were able to have HP and mana and everything else on your heroes, and right now you've got Torrents, and at least one of these Torrents is still in the fighting shape, but it was just one rifle that went down. And Chaemiko got himself a Stone of Mana, which is a very, very good item. Such a glorious item for him. Focus would certainly want this Stone of Mana for himself. There is Naga and Farseer harassing the Blood Mage, which will not lead to anything. And Paladin will get to level 3 quite soon, not right now, and Blood Mage is in a little bit of trouble, and he uses Healing Scroll, which of course also matters, because it's 250 gold and you don't really have an expansion, so in general, you just lost a rifle and a half. I mean, just a rifle and a quarter, but still. You should never think in quarters of rifles, of riflemen, because it's a bad practice. It's not bad, it's just a little bit cannibalistic, but still. Okay, finally the purge happens. Chaemiko hired a troll berserker, which is questionable. And Paladin is still level 2. Paladin is still level 2, and that's a disaster. Because you don't get your units to full HP. This Tauren may fall, but at the same time this Blood Mage falls. Paladin is finally level 3, but you don't get any recharge. You don't get any additional mana, and that's awful. At the same time, Focus is also completely out of mana. Shadow Hunter is being made. There is a Troll Berserker upgrade. Of course, Troll Regeneration is already in play. Trolls are finally Berserkers, and Blood Mage will be out right now, but at the same time, human lacks items, human lacks levels, and the biggest item, which is an Armor Aura, which is always welcome against human, against Power Rifles especially, because additional armor means that you get a way better, way upper hand, not way better hand when in this survival battle, which playing against Power Rifle is. Since your units take less damage, you need less healing, and that matters. Basically, your healing scrolls are better. Everything you've got is better. That provides HP along with healing wave. And for some reason, Shadowhunter decided, does he not see him? Oh, you should see him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Meanwhile, level 5 blue ogre goes to human. But human is still so low still, and that's painful, and he doesn't have enough units, and Naga is level 3, right? No, Naga is level 2, that's bad. These torrents are trying to be useful, a few rifles are going down. This torrent will... Oh, no, this torrent will get away. Of course, that was a very good hex on Paladin. I started to say, oh, please kill him, kill your blood mage up right now, because otherwise otherwise your paladin will get hexed. But no, no. He was not quick enough, and I was not quick enough to say it. So, right now, human got a certain advantage in the fact that Orc lost a lot of HP in the previous battle. At the same time, human got a certain disadvantage at the fact that he lost a few units and a blood mage in the previous battle. He's creeping successfully, but Orc will find him, Orc will find you, they will find you. And in the end, this blood mage is still not in a good fighting shape, to be honest. Yes, Paladin will heal him up and heal him up again, but there are only limited number of rifles. One Tauren goes down and gets revived. And Rifle goes down, and Shadow Hunter is doing his job, although he's only level 1, but he's immensely useful. Another Tauren goes down, there should be enough mana quite soon. Yes. There was enough mana, and Taurens are back. Taurens are alive, and these are free militia for your usage. Yes. I've sent you a few of my men as a gift. Use them as you find as you want, as you find correct, as you find pleasurable. Okay, we've got level 3 Naga, finally, we've got level 3 Farseer. I would like to see Wand of Mana Stealing given to Naga, but that's fine. Making Blood Mage completely dry is also quite an option, to be honest. Now he is completely dry, he lost all his mana, and he needs a mana potion. Clarity just will not do it. Because while you're healing up with Clarity, your altar will go down. I would like Blacksmith to get demolished, but that's your choice, my dear Focus. And you, of course, can go for an expansion if you want, but I believe it to be a mistake. You can go for peons and establish your wall of towers next to Chaemiko's base. Because riflemen do not really deal well with towers. Okay, Chaemiko hired a Firelord. That's the next step in making power rifles work. But Chaemiko lacks a little bit of control. Chaemiko was creeping generally in the unsafest ways possible. And that's Aquails. You can't really creep in a safe way. You have to take risks because all the juicy spots are in the middle of the map. And of course, if you're not in the middle of the map, you're either creeping one of the harder expos or you're creeping the red camp, which will take time, and everyone will just creep jack you at this moment. That's why Aquails is not such a good map for safe creeping. And damn, that was a lot of damage by 2 level 2 abilities. And he'll just do it again. And again, one turn goes down though, that's significant. But at the same time, at the same time, rifles are not in the best shape, and this Blood Mage may go down. He's saving himself, but the Firelord fell. That was quite unfair. The fact that this Tauren still blew up, although Firelord was not there any longer. Shadow Hunter goes down, but Paladin is in trouble. Paladin falls. That should be GG. Because rifles without Paladin just do not live. And I don't mean they do not live long enough, they just do not live at all. The next map. Hunters. That's a way better map for Polar Rifles, but right now he decides to go for an Archmage. That's a questionable decision. I mean, you can go Polar Rifles on Hunters with relative ease. Yes, there are quite a few problems. You don't get your Paladin to level 2 quickly because you have to attack the yellow camp if you go for them. And yes, you can just creep the laboratory with your Archmage, which is quick and very, very convincing. And of course, I guess the big factor is that you've played Power Rifles on the previous map. And so you completely expect Farseer, you completely expect early Berserkers, and early Berserkers with Farseer are not the best option against Archmage. You want a few grunts, you want at least one grunt before tech, uh, and right now, I guess Orc will make a few Berserkers, and since Focus is so experienced, he will switch to Grunts. I mean, there will be at least 2 blind Berserkers, that's fine. That doesn't matter too much. And then he will switch to grunts, he will... yeah, he's making 2 blind headhunters, that's fine, that's normal. You get so much usage out of your militia here because there are so many tier 4, level 4 trolls. And he was a little bit greedy, he didn't even start making his tower. I would certainly go for this elemental. Yes, yes, this elemental is juicy enough to get killed. These wolves are, of course, also juicy enough to get killed. Okay, he was able to cancel the elemental, but at the same time, Orc didn't give him anything. And the fact that Chaemiko had to summon the second elemental not for fighting, not for creeping, but for fighting, is massive. It is massive because he's still level 1. So if Focus... Oh, okay, Focus decided to creep his turtles, so it doesn't really matter right now. But in general, you want your Archmage level 1 to summon more than one elemental, because this mana does not regenerate. This mana does not regenerate quicker than normal mana regeneration goes for a while. And without Brilliance Aura elementals, every summoned elemental is painful. Okay, Focus decides to creep. He still goes for Mass Berserkers. That is a questionable decision. I will not be that surprised if Human at some point just attacks with Footman with defense. Although Chaemiko essentially decided against it. He got 3 footies only. And with 3 footies you will not achieve much if you attack an Orcish base. And right now he's trying to creep the blue ogre, and Orc will try to steal the blue ogre, and that's completely doable because you've got chain lightning. Zap. Yeah, he gets experience, and Archmage is in trouble, and Archmage uses an invul potion, and of course that's a large invul he got from this camp. So in the end, he didn't get an experience, he didn't get an item because he used the item, and he lost to footies. That was very, very good Cloak of Shadows. That was absolutely incredible Cloak of Shadows by Focus. And so, what's gonna happen next? Farseer will get his level 2 wolves very quickly, and that matters. That matters a lot, although at the same time, right now, Berserkers will die. Will die in masses, because please don't lose this Headhunter to freaking... Okay, he was able to deny it at least. Berserkers will die in masses because they are very, very vulnerable to Mountain King. Even level 1 Mountain King will be able to kill at least 2. You bolt one, you use your second bolt at something else, and then you use the third bolt on another one, and of course your units will get rid of stunned berserkers very quickly. Level 2 wolves are dangerous. Level 2 wolves are amazing against rifles, especially since there is no healing on rifles, and these rifles will fall very quickly. So human wants priests. A human wants a lot of priests, so he can kite with rifles, and it gives Orc enough space to creep his Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain got himself close and not bad. He would certainly prefer something else, like a Ring of Protection. But close and not terrible. Focus didn't resummon these wolves. It was a rifle that killed this one. He finally resummoned, and Archmage is still level 2, and that's very painful for human, because level 1 elementals and level 2 elementals are hugely different. The Dispel is being researched, the Dispel soon will be in play, but at this moment Focus can just continue creeping, and that's what I was talking about. This Headhunter will fall. Yes, this footman will fall as well, but who gives a shit about the footies? This Grant will fall, and should not be enough to... Although with Porch, you may... No. Yes! That was a finishing chain lightning. He was able to do it. He lost Shaman, he lost Grant, he lost Raider. But I guess it was worth it. And Torrent Chieftain, of course, is level 2, and he killed the priest as well. Killing 2 early priests is very good. Is very... is good. Is very good. Yes, exactly. So he continues to make shamans, and it'll be classic shaman Grand Raider comp. I would like to see a few wyverns. Maybe one wyvern, maybe 2 wyverns eventually. But not right now, of course, because human got rifles. And Archmage is still level 2, and that's so painful to watch. And Focus got himself Ring of Regeneration, exactly what he needs on Torrent Chieftain. He will not sell it, at least for quite a long while. I hope so. And Human decides to get aggressive, because he doesn't really have that many other options, so he has to get aggressive, he has to kill these Murlocs, these mutants. And this exact Murloc will not die. Will not die at least for a while. No? Where are you? Oh, the mutant is happily regenerating in his ugly mutated lair. No? No. They both want to do some damage to this poor guy. Yeah, killing rifles is of course your best bet. This rifle died to the Murlocs. For hell's sake, that was awful. And there is a lightning shield, which should be instantly dispelled, and there are healing wards, which should be instantly destroyed. And you should use your second healing ward, my dear Chaemiko. You really should. Although not that many of your units are damaged right now. And Mountain King got a lot of mana. Mountain King got Clap. He decided to go for Clap to get victory in this exact fight. But right now he's wasting a lot of resources. Focus lost quite a lot. Human lost quite a lot. I wouldn't even say that this fight was even, because Human had to use everything he had to use everything he got from the large camp. Yes, he got himself Mountain King level 2.8, and this Mountain King will be level 3. No, he's 2.999. But of course, he will get to level 3 right now, right here from this skeleton of an orc. Yeah, that's a dead orc betraying living happy orcs by giving an enemy an information on how to defeat his brethren. And Clap level 2, of course, is very dangerous. Yes, Stomp level 2 is not bad either, but Clap level 2 is so devastating. And Orc got nothing. Orc right now got no speed scroll, Orc right now got no TP, got no money for any of this, and you need at least a speed scroll. You absolutely need something to disengage these rifles. Yes, there are no Sorks on the field, but Sorks are coming. The Sorks are coming. And he goes for an expansion. Come on, Focus, for hell's sake. You will not be able to fight on an evil food equal. You will not be able to fight on an equal food against human right now because of level 2 clap. Level 2 clap right now is very, very devastating against your army. You got 2 healing scrolls, so okay, that counts. That may help you quite a lot. Human is creeping a lot more because Focus has to defend his expansion. And Human will eventually get his Mountain King. Oh, he is level 4. Oh, yeah, he's level 4 already. So it's Clap level 2, it's Bolt level 2. That's pain. That's pure pain, and this Shaman should die. Come on, Chaemiko, this shaman was a dead man. Make your decisions instantly. And of course, shamans are the most valuable targets. And right now you see how Focus cripples himself with his own expansion, because right now Focus has to play defensively. Focus is afraid, and his expansion is not yet ready, and it will never be ready. Yeah, that's a bold clap for you. And there should be an instant dispel, and Tauren Chieftain should actually use his mana potion, his healing potion, I mean. And he's quite lucky in the sense that Chaemiko absolutely tries to focus this Tauren and Tauren alone, and Tauren falls. But at the same time, a lot of units on Chaemiko's side also fell. So Orc right now got a reasonable chance of winning in this fight, if Farseer doesn't suffer from the same fate. And the problem is that that was such an aggressive expansion. Such a needless expansion. For hell's sake, you could at least try to establish a shop here and then go for an expo, but no, and now you just lost an expo. And the game, to be honest. And so it'll be 1-1. It'll be 1-1 about now. And you were so freakingly ahead. But the fact that you made an expansion basically killed you. Because why? Because you had to play cautiously, you had to stand next to your expo, and in the end, all this effort was just lost. You didn't achieve absolutely anything. And of course, human can see you, because this code beast that runs next to your party, that runs next to your army, has a rifle inside it. There is a healing scroll on a Mountain King. There should be at least one and better two healing scrolls on a Farseer. I mean, imagine if it was instead of expansion, two additional healing scrolls, and maybe a healing scroll and an invul. How much better would it be? And instead he's buying all the mana potions he can. And likely, what? Likely additional speed scroll? No, you still ignore speed scrolls. You'll pay for it, my friend. That's a terrible position for Archmage to be in, but the advantage is relatively high on human side, and so he'll just TP out. But not his whole army will be able to TP out. Yep. That's what I was talking about. This Mountain King is in danger. I mean, generally speaking, this Mountain King should be dead. There is a perch, and there should be another net, and there should be a surround, and no matter how many claps you've got... No? No, he was able to survive. The problem is that right now he's completely dry. He is dry on his casters, he was not able to recharge with his aura. He's dry on a Mountain King, he's relatively dry on his Archmage. And human can't fight without mana. Not with casters. Yes, he is able to achieve a lot. Maybe he just got enough advantage, but no. He should lose a lot as well. Yeah, he's trying to get benefit from his collapse, and Orc is out of units already, and Tauren Chieftain will fall. And it all comes from the expansion. You just decided to go for an expo. Will this Archmage actually go down? For hell's sake, yes. He went down. Yes, there are 6 rifles and a Mountain King on the field, but who cares if you've got no Archmage and you got no expansion, and you just used, what, 400 more, about 500 gold to summon your Archmage back into the land of the living. And it also doesn't really solve your mana problems. Yes, your Mountain King is 5.8, But at the same time, both heroes on an orc side is level 5. Are level 5, of course. So, what are you gonna do? You should actually try to continue being aggressive. I would not mind seeing a few peasants being pulled. Or, at this moment, human can establish an expert. That's a completely reasonable decision for a human. He got a certain food advantage, but no, he just wants to win in this game. He will destroy this wood launch. He will not die to this chain lightning, which Orc got only one charge of, basically. So, and he will be able to get rid of this grunt eventually. Yes, it's not really a caster army. Maybe if Orc continues to land such stomps, he will be victorious, but I still doubt it. Human usually, while his Archmage is alive, survives way better in such situations. No, Orc lost everything. Orc lost absolutely everything. So yes, that's a victory by an expansion. And that's a victory by that's a loss by your own expansion. Let's be more precise in our evaluation of what happened. The fact that Farseer will be level soon, quite soon, level 5 quite soon, level 6 quite soon, for hell's sake. Level 6 quite soon doesn't matter. Of course it doesn't matter at all. And human is making the farm of victory. It's mostly to not let Orc get away from this from his base, not in any convenient way. And right now Orc is in trouble. Orc is in a hell of a lot of trouble. Farseer is finally level 6. And what you gonna do? What you gonna do when the dwarf comes for you? There is a raider. This raider should help. You can start attacking the... You can actually start attacking this farm. But you'll eventually lose your buildings, you'll eventually lose your life, and that will be over. This chain lightning, of course, is a little bit dangerous, but you got scrolls of recharge. He continues to spam chain lightning. He just continues to spam chain lightning. Torrent Chieftain is regenerating. But there is level 6 dwarf. What are you gonna do against level 6 dwarf? Really? Focus is trying as hard as he can. Is there a mortar team already? No. And there should be none, because human should be very low on gold. Chaemiko is at 44, Focus is at 37, and Chaemiko right now decides that he's not really winning in this stalemate, because he's out of regeneration scrolls and Chain Lightning is there, omnipresent, because there are clarities. No clarities, why am not using clarity on yourself? Come on, Farseer. This was providing data. This was given information. But they are getting dispelled. But at the same time, every single dispel from these priests just means that there will be less mana on these priests, at least for a little while. Orc is now long distance mining, I would believe, right? Damn, Orc is so low. Orc is so low on everything. He is remaking bestiary, which will not happen. He had enough space in the back of his base. That's a surprising attack, which was not such a big surprise. A lot of his units already died, and right now this lightning shield should be dispelled. Does human have no mana for dispel? Oh, that's a disaster. This lightning shield can deal a ton of damage. Another priest goes down for Tauren Chieftain is level 6. Hello there. And Tauren Chieftain level 6 is something way more meaningful than Farseer level 6. He stomps and he chomps and he'll stomp you again. And he'll chomp you again as well. And he huffs and he puffs and he eats all the snacks. Tauren Chieftain goes down, but that's just the first Tauren Chieftain. What about the second Tauren Chieftain? Will he go down as well? Yeah, quite likely so. Because the dwarf is actually very dangerous. The Mountain King is not an easy unit to fight when he is at level 6. And both players are out of money completely, out of gold mines. Tauren Chieftain is in a little bit of troubles, and Focus wastes this raider, but Mountain King got no avatar, got no mana, got no nothing. How did you fail so miserably? Come on, Chaemiko, you won. But instead he's losing everything he had, and of course Tauren Chieftain will just stomp 2 more times, and everything will be dead on his side. Will die on his side, yes. So in the end, that was a victory, a very convincing victory for Focus. Not very convincing. It was not in any sense convincing. Anyway, thank you for watching, if anyone was watching. I should stop my stream